This was the first video game Easter egg.
Did you know that the concept of Easter egg
was actually created from revenge?
So in the late 70s, there was this dude, Warren Robinett, and he worked on the game Creator of Adventure
for Atari, which was created by
Warren Robinett.
Most YouTubers, and even the movie Ready Player One, agree that the first Easter egg appeared in 1980 in the game Adventure. An Easter egg is a hidden message, an image, or a feature inside a piece of software. And in 1980, an employee hid his name in a secret room. Pretty clearly, an Easter egg. But something about this never quite sat right with me. Why do all these videos about the first Easter egg feel so, well, I don't know, so polished, so shallow? Maybe because no one does proper research anymore and everything gets quickly written by AI? Hey Chatty, can you tell me real quick, what was the first Easter egg in gaming?
Yeah, absolutely. The first known Easter egg in gaming is from the 1979 arcade game Adventure for the Atari 2600.
Jesus Christ. Everybody just uses AI and fuck. So, surprise, here's the twist. Adventure from 1980 wasn't the first Easter egg. Why does everyone say that the first Easter egg was hidden in Adventure in 1980? Simple. The Atari employee Warren Robinett programmed Adventure, but he wasn't allowed to put his name anywhere. On one hand, Atari feared the employees might get poached by other game studios. On the other, for financial reasons, they didn't want to publicly credit individual developers. Robinett was, understandably, more than disappointed, so without his bosses at Atari knowing, he hid his name in a secret room. You could only find it if you first walked over a tiny grey pixel, the dot. Shortly after, Robinett left the company, and then Atari, of course, noticed the little stunt and initially wanted to remove his name, but it would have been too expensive to re-release the game just for that, so they left it in. One Atari executive even thought the whole thing was brilliant. Steve Wright. He wanted his developers to include more of these hidden messages in the future and described them as Easter eggs that a customer could hunt in the game. And just like that, the term Easter egg was born. The dot was the first Easter egg to actually be called that, but it was far from the first of its kind. Here are some key examples. In '78, Bradley Reed South had already hidden his name in a game, although that Easter egg wasn't discovered until 26 years after release. Pretty cool. Even earlier, in '77 and '76, there were Starship 1 and Colossal Cave Adventure, both games that displayed secret messages when you entered a hidden key combination. Classic Easter eggs. And in '75, in the arcade game Anti-Aircraft 2, you could turn the planes into UFOs if you, well, completely opened up the machine and tinkered with its motherboard. Does that count as an Easter egg or just... Yeah, never mind. Because first place goes to... It's one small step for man, but a giant leap for Easter eggs. Moonlander from 1973 contains the earliest known Easter egg in a video game. If you don't land your module at the intended landing site, but instead keep flying horizontally at full speed, you eventually come across a McDonald's on the moon. And if you land close enough, the astronauts even walk inside. Moonlander's Easter egg is a pretty obvious one. Many players likely discovered it simply out of curiosity. The developers knew that if they build a large world, players would naturally want to see where the boundaries are. Still, it fits the criteria, a hidden, if only slightly concealed feature. And that makes it the first Easter egg in gaming. Yeah, the gaming space. Because Moonlander, the game, was developed in part for the PDP-10 mainframe computer. This little guy here. And that thing had already been on the market for years, as, no joke, a family computer. So if you had sat down at one of these machines in '67 or '68 with a widely used TOPS 10 operating system, and you've entered the command make, and then added the word love after it, the computer would respond, not war, the very first known Easter egg in software. And yet I still can't shake the feeling that this isn't the end of the story. Because no matter how far we go back in time, there's always some older program or operating system before that, and I'm thinking back to my own programming. There's one thing for sure, you may be building something for the public, but it's still your baby. And to make things easier or just to have a bit fun, often sneaking in a little thing that no one else is supposed to find. I'm almost certain that in the earliest computers, there are still 1 or 2 little secrets hiding, just waiting to be discovered. I guess we will see. Okay, please excuse me for now. I need to address something to a very good friend of mine. Hello, can you...
Hey, yeah, I'm still
No,
here.
no,
if
no,
you wanna
okay.
clarify what you meant.
Can you please stop making YouTube scripts for everybody? You are awful at it, and I don't think
I get
it's...
you, and I really appreciate the honesty.
Hey,
I won't just
can you
review
please
your
let
scripts
me...
or simplify things like that.
Yeah, simplifying, you're just making shit up.